NBA players have tattoos you've never seen before. From this one, Michael Jordan hid from the world, to a tattoo so controversial, the NBA banned it. And Dennis Schroder's tattoo is so humiliating, it needs to stay hidden. See, in 2020, Dennis signed with the Boston Celtics. And just a few months later, he decided to make his love for Boston permanent, getting a tattoo of the Celtics logo right on his leg. Yeah, when you get it in ink, you know it's real. But in the end, it turned out to be a bad investment, cause before his tattoo could even dry, the Celtics decided to trade him, leaving my man Dennis scarred for life. Damn. Well, that's tragic. But what happened to Allen Iverson was straight up disrespectful, cause the NBA tried to hide his tattoos from the entire world. See, back in 1999, the public saw AI's swag come out. He started wearing baggy clothes, rocking jewelry, and most importantly, getting tatted. But it wasn't just one or two. AI was covering his whole body, with tats like the Grim Reaper on his forearm, a skull soldier on his bicep, even a Chinese tattoo on the right side of his neck. My man looked dope, but the NBA wasn't happy about it. They were afraid that a star player like AI, repping hip-hop culture, could ruin the league's image. So when AI was set to be on the front cover of the NBA's Hoop magazine, they pulled a dirty trick from under their sleeves, photoshopping out Iverson's earrings, chain, his undershirt, and his tattoos. Yeah, they turned him into a completely different person, and when AI found out, he was pissed, saying, "Hey, you can't do that. I am who I am. You can't change that. Who gives them the authority to remake me? Everybody knows who Allen Iverson is." And while the NBA was trying to hide AI's tattoos, they should have been hiding these instead, cause some players' tats are so bad, they should be banned. Like Derrick Rose's abomination that he calls Pudini. Or how about Richard Jefferson, who got his own initials on his arm? And Reggie Miller, he's out of his damn mind for this belly button tat. Ugh. But none of these compare to DeJounte Murray's tattoo, cause he got the ugliest tat in NBA history. Oh my god. My man asked for the Ninja Turtle special. That thing is hideous. And everyone agreed, cause it got DeJounte clowned by the entire internet, to the point where he had to clear the air on what the hell this tattoo even was, saying, "It's a mean face, cause I'm a savage." Huh, well that clears it up. But what I'm still not sure about is Michael Jordan's tattoo, cause he has a secret tat that he's been hiding from everyone. Yeah, back in 1995, Jordan was featured shirtless on the cover of a book titled Rebound. No, I'm serious, that's actually the book's name. And people noticed something strange on his chest, some type of tattoo that looked like a horseshoe. And it turns out, Michael had been sensitive about this mark for years, trying his best to keep it out of the public's eye. But when the book was released, the cat was out of the bag, cause everyone realized that that tat was actually a branding for Jordan's college fraternity, Omega Psi Phi. Yeah, that means someone burned this logo right into MJ's chest. Well, that's a fire tat. But Kenyon Martin's ain't, cause his tattoo was so embarrassing, he was forced to hide it. See, Kenyon's inked up with everything from the Grim Reaper to a giant cross on his back. But in 2008, he got his most important tattoo yet, a dedication of his love, a symbol of his appreciation, a permanent vow to his girlfriend of 2 months.
I know what everyone wants to know is, what does yours mean to you, the newest one?
Which one? My lips? My girlfriend. It's just something that I wanted to get a while ago, but I'm not just gonna get it for anyone.
Wow, well, that's sweet, but there's one big problem with permanent tattoos. It's that they're permanent, and Kenyon found that out the hard way. Cause in 2010, his life got flipped on its head, cause his girlfriend decided to dump him, leaving Kenyon stuck with her lips on his neck. And he couldn't live with the embarrassment, so immediately after, he got it covered up with a crown. Damn. Look, don't worry, Kenyon, your secret's safe with me, alright? But one player had their secret exposed, cause Larry Bird had hidden tattoos he didn't even know about. Yeah, this is famous street artist Jules Muck, and she's known for painting some insane murals of the most famous people on Earth. And in 2019, Jules decided to tackle an NBA god, Larry Bird. And it looked great and all, only there was something a little off about it. Jules added tattoos all over Larry. But the problem with that is he doesn't have a single tattoo, and Larry, he wanted to keep it that way. So just a couple of days later, Jules got an email from Larry Bird's team telling her she needed to remove the mural, citing unauthorized promotional value to her brand. Now luckily, all of Jules' hard work wouldn't go to waste, cause after some negotiation, her and Larry agreed to keep the mural up under one condition. Jules had to remove all but one tattoo, the tat that honors Larry's home state of Indiana. Man, I'm glad Larry let loose after all. But Charles Barkley, he's letting two loose, cause he came up with a tattoo idea that was really out there.
I was thinking about the tattoo. I'm gonna get two big M's on my ass. So when I'm standing right up, it's gonna say Mom. When I stand upside down, it's gonna be Wow. What do you think?
I'm dumbfound.
Mom and Wow.
It's just an M and an N.
I know.
Where's the O?
Yeah, Chuck's out here talking about getting a mom tattoo on his cheeks, and he should have been careful what he wished for, cause shortly after, inside the NBA surprised Chuck by tattooing his butt live on TV.
Come on, he's getting a tattoo right now.
You're gonna use lip? Hey,
Get up. Get up.
Okay.
You said you're gonna get the tattoo.
You ready?
No.
With gloves on.
No, you need more than gloves. Come on. He's not doing it. Come on.
I'm here for you.
I appreciate
You're here.
it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Man, poor Chuckster chickened out. But J.R. Smith's tattoo was no laughing matter, cause it got banned by the NBA. See, in 2017, J.R. wanted to rep his favorite brand, Supreme. So he started rocking it everywhere, pulling up to games in Supreme fits, modeling for the company, a little bit of everything. And off the court, J.R. could rep the brand all he wanted, no problem. But wearing Supreme on the court was a huge mistake, cause during a game against the Lakers, J.R. stepped onto the floor with a Supreme arm sleeve, only to get a call from the NBA later that night, saying it was banned, claiming it was free advertising. But J.R., he was having none of it. He still wanted to rep Supreme, no matter what the NBA thought. So he got a little creative and expressed his love in a different way by getting a gigantic Supreme tattoo on the back of his leg. Yeah, and while JR thought he was clever, in reality, he was inking all wrong, cause the NBA told JR he had to cover up his tattoo, and if he didn't, he'd be forced to pay thousands of dollars in fines every game. So JR was left with no choice but to cover up the tat for the rest of his career. Man, JR really tried to stick it to the man. Boy, he's got it easy compared to other NBA players, like Dennis Rodman, whose tattoos got him into $1 million legal battle, or LeBron, whose tattoo is so crazy, the whole world was talking about it. And we'll get to all that in a minute, but first, I want to show you guys a way to get paid while watching the NBA playoffs. I'm talking 20 times your money, yeah. And all you gotta do is download Underdog Fantasy. See, most fantasy leagues are over, but with Underdog, you can still play fantasy sports and win huge cash prizes, like their pick'em game, where all you gotta do is pick if a player will have a higher or lower stat during a game. I think this is an easy choice. And if you get just 5 picks right, you'll 20 times your money. Yeah, I like them odds. So listen, I'm gonna be using Underdog for the NBA playoffs, and if you wanna join me, click the link in the description. Sign up using promo code REBOUND, and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. That's $100 for free! But anyways, we gotta talk about Dennis Rodman, because he once sued someone for millions for stealing his tattoos. Yeah, back in the 90s, players weren't really inked up like they are today. In fact, most players didn't even have tattoos. And if they did, maybe just 1 or 2. Well, everyone except for Dennis Rodman, cause my man was dripping with ink. Everything from a damn shark on his arm to this tattoo on his back. YouTube won't even let me show you. And with having such a unique look, people became obsessed with Rodman's body. But there was one man who saw the obsession as a quick way to make a bag, Mickey Goldschmidt. And he came up with the idea of selling t-shirts with Rodman's tattoos on them, all so you could feel like you were in his skin. But while the shirts were flying off the shelves and even being sold in the Bulls' own team shop, there was one big problem with all of that. Dennis Rodman never approved of any of this, and he was pissed. So he filed $1 million lawsuit against Mickey, forcing him to shut down his entire operation. Damn. Now, Goldschmidt might have got screwed, but so did Lonzo Ball. Cause he's not just hiding his tattoos, he's hiding his family's darkest secret. See, when Lonzo was drafted in 2017, not only was he the Lakers' newest star, but he was also the owner of the Big Baller brand, his family's clothing company. And to show his dedication to the brand, he got the BBB logo tatted on his forearm. But soon after, Lonzo realized that running a company was way too much to balance with his NBA career, so he left all of his BBB affairs to his close family friend named Alan Foster. And everything went well until October of 2018, when Lonzo got a call from his accountant saying that over $1.5 million was missing from his account. So Lonzo needed answers, and after doing some digging, he found them. Cause it turned out that his business manager, Alan Foster, had previously been convicted for stealing $4 million from investors. And Lonzo put the pieces together and realized that he'd been stabbed in the back by his own family friend. And it cut deep.
Did that hurt you?
Yeah, I mean, I known him since I was 12. It was like my second dad.
Basically became his second dad.
Became his businessman.
That he found out that did some things that
He was way more than that though. Like people don't understand how much he like the media sees like the way I feel about it was different. That's why I covered the BBB up on my arm. Cause like when I saw that, I saw him, and that shit just made me so like I was tight. Like
yeah, Lonzo got the tat covered up, then decided to leave the Big Baller brand for good, all because Alan Foster betrayed him. And look, I get all that, but what I don't get is how NBA players get tattoos that are misspelled. Like Kevin Durant, for example. This dude got a whole Bible verse tatted on his back, and they spelled mature as Maritre. The hell's a Maritre? Or Larry Sanders, who got a gigantic receive tattoo on his hand, and it was completely spelled wrong. But then there's Nick Young, and this dude almost got the most embarrassing tattoo of all time. See, in 2016, Nick was feeling rebellious, and he wanted the world to know, so he hit up a tattoo artist who was ready and willing to put this on his back. Yeah, that is not how you spell rebel. And the only thing that saved Nick from making this mistake was his girlfriend Iggy Azalea walking in and catching it at the last second. Man, imagine going through hours of pain getting a tattoo, only for it to be spelled wrong. Couldn't be me, dog. But for Kawhi Leonard, his tattoo wasn't just painful, it was heartbreaking. See, right before a huge playoff game in high school, Kawhi got a call from his sister and got the most devastating news of his life. Their father, Mark, who was working at a car wash in Compton, California, closed the shop early to make it on time to Kawhi's game. And as he was gearing up to head over to the arena, a car pulled up and asked for one final wash. But Mark, already being late to Kawhi's game, said he couldn't do it. So out of nowhere, the driver pulled out a gun and murdered him. Kawhi was crushed. And even though Kawhi would never see him again, he wanted to make sure his dad would be with him forever. So Kawhi went out and got himself some new tattoos, a cross on his right shoulder with a tombstone underneath that says R.I.P. Dad. And on the inside of his shoulder, there's a hidden tattoo of a pinstripe jersey with a halo on the clouds that you can only see when Kawhi raises his arm up. So every time Kawhi shoots or dunks, his dad is right there with him. Man, I'm sure he's looking down on his son proud. And I'm proud of LeBron, cause he's got a lot of tattoos, but there's one that's really goated. See, over the years, LeBron's used his body as a canvas, paying tribute to some of the most important people in his life. Talking a tattoo with his mother's name, tattoos with his children's names, and he even has one of his own initials. But in 2020, after Kobe passed away, one of Bron's closest friends, he knew he had to honor him. So he found an empty spot on his thigh and got it inked up. And this thing is sick. It's got a big black mamba wrapped around Kobe's jersey numbers, 8 and 24. With Mamba for life written across the bottom. And it turns out, this was also LeBron's 24th tattoo, and he's never gotten another one since. Man, that's beautiful. But what if I told you that every tattoo in this video caused a massive lawsuit? Yeah. See, NBA 2K was putting all these NBA players in their game exactly how they are, including their tattoos. And this made tattoo artists pissed, because they said that NBA 2K was making billions off of their art and was giving them none of the profit. So in early 2016, a tattoo licensing company called Solid Oak Sketches decided to take 2K's publisher to court, suing them for over $1 million, claiming that they own the tattoos of LeBron James, Kenyon Martin, and Eric Bledsoe. and that 2K was using the tattoos illegally. And no one was more surprised than LeBron himself, saying, "I always thought that I had the right to license what I look like to other people for various merchandise, television appearances, and other types of creative works, like video games. I mean, yeah, you should. It's your shoulder." And the judges agreed, cause 2K won the lawsuit and told those tattoo artists to get lost. But you know who's really winning? This dude right here, cause he skipped the ball over a pond for a hole-in-one. You know what we call that? 1 in a million. And sports are full of moments like this, from insane no-look shots to once-in-a-lifetime mistakes. Look, if you want to check these moments out, you need to click on this video right here. These are 1 in a million sports moments. And this video's over, so what are you doing? Click it.